Let's talk about The Flash. So The Flash mid-season finale hit last night, and let's talk about it. So I really enjoyed this episode. This episode, I think, was a big bounce back from the past few episodes. Not last week's episode, because that was a crossover, that was awesome. The week before that, I thought was a little bit boring. This episode was not boring at all, but it was really good character-wise. It set up a great dynamic between Barry and DeVoe, and if you guys haven't seen it yet, I'm gonna give a spoiler warning somewhere in this video, so just don't click off, and just go watch the episode if you intend to watch it and come back to watch it later, or if you just don't care. But yeah, I'm gonna be talking about some spoilers in this, so just be aware. But yeah, I really, really did like this episode. It had a great, first off, the action in this was pretty interesting. There wasn't, like, a lot of, like, action, like there has been in other seasons, mid-season finales, but that's because it's not a speedster this time. How can you have a fight with someone who's literally in a floating chair? Like, that's not what the Thinker is good at. The Thinker is a mind villain. You know, he's gonna mess with your mind, not with your physical body. So yes, while there is a fight, it's like 3 seconds, because of course the Flash would win a fight versus a guy in a chair. But it doesn't mean that he won. In fact, DeVoe definitely won that fight. And so far, he's won the entire season because he's planned everything out so far. And the last episode was a culmination of that. You also got the new character, Dominic, introduced with Caitlin. And that was an interesting episode, and they didn't have any Killer Frost in it, which I thought was good. I thought it was nice to see not Killer Frost, but also not just Caitlin. Like, they had that there, but they also had Caitlin be the front and center, and kind of like, it felt like the show was saying that Killer Frost is better than Caitlin, and they even said in this episode that that's not true. So, you know, they did a nice job of explaining that. The action in this, like what happens in the episode, Caitlin gets kidnapped by Amunet and has to save Dominic from dying, otherwise she's gonna die. And Barry being kidnapped by DeVoe, and DeVoe's gonna teach him. And, of course, Barry breaks free, but the way he breaks free isn't just running super fast. Well, it does have to do something really fast, but it's not running. It's phasing. Barry has the ability to phase, and we've seen this multiple times. However, there's been numerous occasions where his phasing either doesn't work, or, like, the way it's supposed to, because it just doesn't, or he can't use his powers. In the little thing that the Thinker put him in, the little prison in his lair, it's like a force, it's like I don't know, some kind of weird force field where you can't break through it, so phasing through it was gonna do nothing. And he was trying that for the longest time, and he realized that that wasn't gonna work. So what did he do? He just stood still, and just vibrated his entire body so fast that no human eye could see it. Even though he wasn't like running around, he was just standing in the same place, but he was vibrating so fast that the Thinker couldn't see him, released the force field, and Barry ran out and got him. So yeah, that was pretty interesting. Now, that was kind of a spoiler, and I'm sorry, but it's not really a huge spoiler because it's kind of shown what he's gonna do. However, this is the big spoiler, so if you guys don't want to hear any spoilers about this, click off. But if you do, if you have seen it or you don't really care, let's get into it. Also, I got a Star Lab shirt, but that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is the point of this part right now is to talk about the spoiler, and the spoiler being, click off right now in 3, 2, 1, Barry is set up for murder. We knew this was gonna happen eventually, because if you remember at the end of season 1, Barry was when he was running to save his mom at the end of season 1 and didn't, he saw a bunch of events that were either going to be, you know, past, future, whatever, and one of the events we saw was Barry in prison. And when Barry came out of the Speed Force this year, he was talking about, Judge, I'm innocent, I didn't kill anyone. And we knew they were going to do that, and one of the best comic book arcs, and one of the most famous Flash comic books arcs, is the Trial of the Flash, where Barry's put on trial for murdering someone. Now, this is a little bit different interpretation of that than what is in the comics, but it is a really good thing, and it sets up the cliffhanger for the mid-season finale. And I'm excited to see what they do with that when it comes back on January 16th. My birthday. That is awesome. So, if you guys saw the episode last night, comment down below what you thought about it. I thought it was really good. I didn't really have a lot of complaints with it. And I'm going to be doing a video kind of soon before the Flash comes back on the mid-season review of Season 4. And until then, and until in a few days, I'll see you all in the next episode. Goodbye.